Okay, we are at the intersection of Abercorn and Durin. We are heading north on Abercorn, so this would be coming from where a lot of the shopping areas, Fresh Market, the Talbot store, even a Publix, a really nice Publix at 12 Oaks, would be very conveniently located just back south of me about 1 mile. So we're coming up north on Abercorn, heading to East 56th Street. Right now we're passing 66th Street, so you're just seeing the drive here along Abercorn. Can't recall for sure if we came this far south on your last visit or not. I'm thinking we did not, so all of this might be new, but it looks rather similar to what we did see when we were looking on some of the other streets in Ardsley Park. We just crossed over East 63rd Street. So this is one of the main thoroughfares, definitely going north and south. Abercorn is kind of the main drag, if you will, with a lot of shopping off of there. All the car dealerships are located off of Abercorn. Well, I shouldn't say all, but the majority of them are. Both of the malls are, and Abercorn turns into the 204 extension, which ties into I-95 further south. That's exit 94. So now we're stopped at Columbus Drive. I think we were on Columbus maybe ever so briefly. There were one or two houses that had been looked at online, I know, on Columbus. That is another kind of main street with lots of traffic. We just crossed over 58th and we're coming up to 57th, so we're going to be turning on 56th now. All the big live oaks and their dripping Spanish moss. Okay, so here we are on 56, and the house is going to just be down at the 200 block. We're in the 100 block right now. And I'm going over some sticks. And we're going to cross over Habersham. And we were talking about Habersham earlier in terms of where is Jacob G. Smith. So it is on this street that we're crossing over. Well, I shouldn't say on it. It's off of this street that we are crossing over. And we're going to wait for the spice to close. And here we go. Okay, so the house is actually just over here on the right hand side, so the second one in off of Habersham, and we're here at 56th Street. So we're going to continue driving and we're going to come back for a house tour in just a little bit. Okay, we're going to continue down the street. Again, we are on East 56th Street. We have Habersham behind us. Abercorn is behind us. We are traveling parallel to Durin and Victory, and we're going to cross over Batty Street here. It's a very small little street. Some of the parks are off of Batty. Lots of parks here in this area within walking distance. You know, some are where kids like to play. Some have some water features, fountains to play in. Here is Reynolds Street. So we are really kind of in the heart of Midtown at this point. And need to edge forward and cross on over. We'll get to Paulson next. I think I told you I lived in this area when I first moved back, and I was right there at the corner of Paulson and 51st, just a couple blocks. Actually, if we look off to the left here, there's one of the big parks here in the area with lots of playground equipment and such. So you would just be about, what would that be, Michael? Maybe 2.5 blocks or so, 2-3 blocks away from that park. And we're coming up to Paulson. I lived between actually Atlantic and Paulson. That was Atlantic just back there. So in terms of the area and safety and such, I felt comfortable living here myself. And I lived here with my sister and my niece, who turned 2 while we were living here. Just backed up a little bit. Now we'll take our turn. We're very close to the hospitals we have Memorial, what is that? Memorial Health University, and the St. Joseph Candler medical facility with the Telfair Pavilion, which is the women's health hospital. So those are just behind us. They're kind of at, well, Candler's at Reynolds primarily, and Durin, and Memorial is off to our right, just a few blocks off of Waters. So here we are at 52nd Street in Paulson. 52nd Street is a well-traveled thoroughfare. Really, it's going to be Washington Avenue, 52nd Street, and Columbus Avenue that most folks travel. We're just going to go down 50th Street because I'm going to hook us back to Habersham and show you the location of where Jacob G. Smith is. So this is let's see, this is the 500 block, I believe, 500 block of 50th Street. So we are one street over from where the Charles Ellis School was, which was on 49th Street, and I know that we had driven past that, and we're very close to the Savannah Arts Academy as well. Oh, and it's off to our right, actually. Okay. You see all the parking on the street. There are a number of these homes that have the parking in the rear, and the one that you are considering does as well, and so we will make sure that we get some shots of that to show you. We are now coming up to Reynolds Street, and we're going to be going across a little, or around a little park at the next intersection, so you can see what one of those little parks looks like. Lots of sidewalks in the area, great for walking. When I lived around here, you know, after work you would see, you know, parents and their kids walking, taking evening strolls. You would see them walking the dog, that kind of thing. So people would be out and about and socializing. This is Macaulay Park. Cute little park with beautiful big trees. Let's see. We'll just continue down. This park actually intersects with Batty. So if you're looking at a map, the numbered streets run east to west, and then these named streets run north and south. For the most part, they run the entire distance of this residential midtown area, but there are some exceptions to that, just kind of depending on where you are. You know, there might be one that kind of dead ends, and then if you took another street and kind of boxed yourself around, you would be able to do that to get to where you needed to go. Alright, we are going to be going left here on Habersham. We've made it back to Habersham and 50th Street. So we're going to just go down here. We're actually going to be heading towards what's called Habersham Village. There is a little red and white local grocery market. Very much a local thing. There's like 3, maybe 4 red and whites. They're a family-owned business. I only know that because my friend Alicia used to date one of the sons. And there's some really nice upscale shopping. One's called Punch and Judy. It has like children's furniture, baby furniture. They have a wonderful stationery section, you know, to have professional invitations done, or if you need your own personal stationery created, they do that kind of thing. There's a wonderful Italian restaurant, although with the kind of cook you are, you probably don't need the restaurant, but in case you did, Bella's. I'm going to pause. We just passed 56th Street and the corner of where the house is, so we are just within blocks of this Habersham Village and ultimately Jacob G. Smith. Anyway, backing up to Bella's. Bella's Italian restaurant is really, really good. They do not take reservations, so it's usually a lengthy wait when you go, but it is so worth the wait. There was also a Clary's Diner from midnight Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. You might recognize the name Clary's. The original one downtown still exists. And there was one out here, and it was kind of a bummer, a shame when it closed. We used to go here for breakfast before church, but a new place, a new hip trendy place called the Hot Spot, or the Five Spot, excuse me, has just opened up. Okay, so here is that Habersham Village with the restaurants that I was mentioning, and we're going to turn here for Jacob G. Smith. Oh goodness, they're going to let me go. There's a dry cleaner down on the right, the Punch and Judy. There's a bar called Bar Food. So anyway, here is where the school is. I mean, it's very close to where the house would be, so it would be a really short commute for sure. And we're going to stop so that we can kind of pan the school, because I know you like to get the feel of the school from the outside and whether it's happy or not. So it's off of a I won't say a main thoroughfare, but a well enough traveled road, but it's you know, tucked off back here. Looks like it's all self-contained, very residential back here. Picnic benches, more playground equipment. And what I'm going to do is make a U-ey here, and then we'll lap back to Habersham Street. Ooh, didn't quite make the turn. Alright, and what we'll do is we'll loop back to the house so you can get a sense of what the distance really is, since I mentioned so quickly, oh, there's the house on the corner. Okay. It is an attractive school with the red brick, and they've taken really good care of the grounds. Let's see, highest CCRPI score in the district, 98.4. Apparently it's the Lions. Not a bad mascot. Okay. So, coming up here to the corner of Habersham and Lamara. The school is actually on Lamara. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody actually say that street name, to be honest. Okay, so here we go. And we're going to be a couple blocks up here to the house. Okay, so here's 60th. We have quick blocks around here. Columbus, which would be 59th if we had a 59th. 58th Street. 57th Street. And good thing I was counting, because the street sign's on the other side of the road. Okay, and here we are. One house next to you, and then the next house. And we're going to call that a wrap right now, and then we'll get situated inside the house and continue. Okay?